ABC just like, yeah, we're done with the guy after that. When no, they've been trying to get out of the Kimmel business for a long time. Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. First topic, Trump gave a hilarious answer when he was asked why there hasn't been a trade deal yet with Canada. Go ahead, roll the clip.
He's a good man. He does a great job, and he's a tough negotiator.
So what's the what's holding things up? If he's a great man and you want to do a deal with Canada, why aren't you?
Because I want to be a great man too. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. That could have been. I think you got that one. That could have been. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Trump definitely isn't worried about this trade deal with Canada. He knows that they need us way more than we need them, and he knows that he's in the driver's seat, and basically he's got so much going on that he's just going to let it simmer until he can get to it and really work out a deal. In Canada, I'm sure it's probably the number one story all the time, like, oh, when is the trade deal going to get done? Mark Carney's fighting hard against Trump, and Trump's out ending wars and doing all this other crap, and he'll get to it when he gets to it. You know, so it's just funny that he gave this line that he wants to be a great guy too. I mean, that's just Trump, you know. He wants to be a great guy, and that's all he really cares about, is making sure people know that he's a great president. He's one of the all-time greats. But yeah, that's just a great line. All right, let's get to the next topic here. Kimmel is basically claiming now, thanks to a YouGov poll that he referenced, that he's more popular than Trump. Go ahead, roll the clip.
We've had a hell of a couple of weeks, but I did get some exciting news this weekend. According to a new poll from YouGov, which is a serious polling site, or they were before this, I am more popular than the President of the United States. Thank you. Oh, thanks. You remember the guy who keeps saying I have no ratings? Well, that makes two of us. They polled more than 1,000 people, and I lead Trump by 16 points. I'm at +3, he's at -13. It's nice, but it feels like, considering the fact that I'm not a convicted felon friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and I've never paid off a porn star or sent a team of masked goons into a park to pull an old lady away from her grandchildren, I feel like my rating should be higher, maybe, than... At this point, finding a toenail in your salad has a 7-point lead over Donald Trump.
Yeah, of course that's just a fake news poll, but this whole ratings thing that Kimmel's trying to, oh, I got such great ratings out. The guy got one courtesy rating to people wanting to know what he was going to say coming back from being canceled, right? And they spun it like it was some sort of Trump got the guy canceled, so it was even more of the hoopla around it, when basically he was really canceled because of his terrible ratings. That is what really happened, yet they don't want to admit it, so they want to blame it on Trump like it was some sort of attack on your free speech, you know, like, oh my God, Trump's going after free speech. But no, Trump actually gets ratings, Kimmel gets terrible ratings, and that's why he really got canceled. The Charlie Kirk comments were just a way for the company to be like, yeah, ABC just like, yeah, we're done with the guy after that. When no, they've been trying to get out of the Kimmel business for a long time. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So AOC is now backtracking on her laugh at MAGA comments after she received backlash over going after Stephen Miller's height. Roll the clip.
I want to express my love for the short king community. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10". I don't believe in body shaming. I am talking about how big or small someone is on the inside. Like, for example, I have no idea how tall Andrew Tate is. No idea at all. But that guy looks to me like 5'3", like 5'3", 5'4". Whereas physically, men of smaller stature can come across, they are spiritually 6 foot. If you're a good dad, if you stand with women, if you're not belittling immigrants, you're like 6'3" spiritually. I don't know. Am I being problematic? And he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them.
Yeah, do you really think that AOC is all about short kings? No. Everything she said there is BS. She had to go back there, just fake a narrative around what she said. Everybody knows what she said. She said that you gotta laugh at MAGA because they're so insecure, and if you make fun of their height or anything about them, they're just gonna crumble, which is completely not the case. She's basically talking about the Democrats there. But yeah, this is just a total backtrack because liberals, Democrats, they have to walk on eggshells with everything they say, because if they say something that a little, portion of their base doesn't like, oh my God, you body shamed those people, then they're going to hear about it and they're going to have to apologize and say, oh no, I'm so sorry. No, I actually love those people. I love those people. That's the state of being a Democrat these days. You have to walk on eggshells, everything you say, because if you say anything that could be even construed as controversial, you're going to have to apologize to some sort of, small segregated group of people that are offended by what you said. But yeah, complete bullshit here. AOC knows that was bullshit, and she knows that she had to backtrack those comments of the whole, oh my God, laugh at MAGA and the short Stephen Miller and the short kings. Yeah, sure, AOC. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Jon Stewart went on this unhinged rant about basically the terrible state of the Democratic Party and how they just keep losing, and how I guess ICE is throwing grandmothers on linoleum. Roll the clip.
75 million Americans voted for a Democrat in this last round of presidential elections. And at this moment, they have zero power at the federal level. Not in the House, not in the Senate, not in the executive, and not in the courts. There has not been a moment of conciliation or concern about the issues and policies that drove those 75 million votes. Not a moment. At present, the Democrats' largest victory over these past 8 months is getting a guy who may or may not be a criminal back from El Salvador so Trump could send him to Uganda. That was the big win. And then suddenly, a small ask for people's preservation of health care is a Molotov cocktail. Because apparently Republicans won't be satisfied with 99.8% domination. They must have it all. ICE went from deporting the worst of the worst to throwing grandmothers onto linoleum and zip-tying American children. And everyone's just supposed to be cool with the new masked, incredibly well-funded paramilitary group. And Democrats are just reduced to petty gestures of restroom resistance.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted that she was blocked from entering a city building in Illinois.
Can you use the restroom? No, you cannot. Okay. We can? Please don't close the door. Okay. Please don't close the door. Okay. All right. Thank you. Interesting. That's what Governor Pritzker says is cooperation in keeping people safe.
Victory is ours! Look, I've given Democrats an enormous amount of shit for their poor leadership. Lack of specific and actionable plans, terrible messaging, abysmal wordplay. Did I mention poor leadership? But standing up for 75 million Americans in this moment to defend the rights of people to go into a little less medical debt seems like the least they can do.
It is hilarious how he was claiming that their biggest win was bringing Kilmar Abrego Garcia back from El Salvador and getting him deported to Uganda. This is just the sad state of the Democrats. I mean, the guy is basically melting down over it, and he's still lying to the people about the government shutdown. This is the whole big lie. They don't want to admit that they want to give illegals health care, right? That's why the government is shut down. They try to play it off like, oh, he's taking Americans' health care away. Oh my God, so many people are going to lose health care. The illegals are the ones who are going to be losing the health care, all right? So, yeah, just these meltdowns where, grandmothers are being thrown on linoleum. Show me one story where a grandmother was thrown on linoleum that isn't just a complete fake news story, that it was completely made up to make ICE look bad. But yeah, these are just people. These Jon Stewarts and the Kimmels and the Colberts, they've just completely lost their mind because they are defending absolutely nothing and just pure fake news all the time. So this is how you get these unhinged rants, when you have to defend just fake news all the time. That's what these late night hosts have become, and it's just, you could tell it's just completely eating at them and basically making them lose their mind. That's what you're causing all these unhinged rants. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.